Sound waves are signals. Sound waves are signals that are sampled, and what we record are the amplitudes of the sound waves. The sampling rate, or the sampling frequency, is the number of samples that we take per unit time, for example, per second. The frequency is usually measured in hertz. MATLAB has a built-in function named sound, which will play a sound. If you pass to it two arguments, the first argument is the amplitude vector. The second argument is the frequency. If you pass only one argument, then you're passing the amplitude vector, and it will use a default frequency of 8192 Hertz. MATLAB has several built-in .mate files that store the variables y and fs. So it stores the amplitude vector and the frequency for different sounds. These .mate files are called chirp, train, gong, laughter, splat, handle. You can use load to load the variables. Let's say, for example, we load chirp, then we see that we have the two variables, the frequency and the amplitude vector. The amplitude vector is quite large, and the frequency that's built into these .mate files is actually the default frequency, 8192 Hertz. So once we have loaded chirp, we could use the sound function in order to actually hear the sound. We can also visualize the sound wave by plotting the amplitudes. For example, by plotting y for the chirping bird. I'm going to do a bad bird imitation, but it's basically cheep, 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 cheep. So you hear a bunch of short little cheeping sounds. So that's what you're seeing when you look at the plot of these amplitudes.